Hello, 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 hello. Hi, this is Cassandra. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. I crochet here. Sometimes do tutorials. Today, I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm doing pentagons. This is the African violet flower pentagon. Now, most people be doing hexagons. I did some of them too. The reason why I'm doing these is because I am going to recreate this bag. This bag is made, it was made by me. It has a strap that you can put either on your shoulder like this, or you can cross it over your body like this. And you can put whatever you want to put in here, I guess. It's made out of cotton and acrylic yarns together. It has a drawstring here that you can tie up, or you can leave it loose if you want, but I normally tie it up. It's a big, deep bag. You can put your whole arm in here. Yeah, big, deep bag. As you see, this is the 6 flower hexagon, a 6 petal hexagon, and these are the 5s. Yeah. I did this particular bag in quite a few different colors, but this one here is just going to be white. Apricot multi, which I'm using out of, that's why it's all jumbled up like that. And walnut. These are loops and threads yarns. They are 100% acrylic for medium weight. And you can use a 5mm hook or a 5mm knit needle for each one of these. They have 285 yards, 4.5 ounces, 260 meters, 127.5 grams. This is Loops and Threads Impeccable Yarn. I worked on this bag last year, and I featured it in one of my videos, but I took that video down because I was getting flack. I was getting flack because I was showing things that I had made, but I wasn't showing how to make them. Some things take time, you can't just do stuff like that. And I wanted to show it before I made it in a tutorial, so I could remember what it was I had done. But anyway, yeah. So what you hooking on this evening? Something big, something small, something soft and comfy and cozy? Are you making Ami? Are you making a wearable? Are you making scrubbies? Are you making, I don't know, scrunchies? Huh? top, skirt, pants, pair of glasses. I saw somebody with some crochet glasses on. I was cracking up. But anyway, yeah. I made some other things too. And so while I'm sitting here uh, recreating this bag, I got to thinking, I went to Michael's yesterday and I got some more yarn. It ain't nothing spectacular, just loops and threads. But I did get one Karen blossom cake. I think that's what that is. Is it a blossom cake? Yeah, it's a blossom cake. I bought this to go with a certain color yarn that I had bought from Loops and Threads, because I don't know exactly what I want to make. I'm thinking a cardigan, and then again I'm thinking a top. But anyway, this is Yarnspiration Karen branch of blossom cakes. It is in the color rose. It is a 4-weight yarn, 4 medium weight. You can use a 5mm needle or a 5mm crochet hook. It is 61% cotton, 39% acrylic. It is soft. It's also a little bit thicker than the regular 4-weight yarns. Yeah, almost just a little thicker. It is 8 ounces, 227 grams, 481 yards, 440 meters. It is machine wash and dry. That was one. Yes, child, I went to Michael's, y'all. I went to Michael's. I went to Michael's. I went to Michael's. Hey, 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 hey. I went to Michael's. I went to Michael's. I went to Michael's. Hey, 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 hey. I had to throw that song in there. I like my little song. Anyway, then I got some more Loops and Threads impeccable yarn in the color of Fern. F-E-R-N. Fern. It is also machine wash. Permanent press. You do not put bleach in this. You don't want to mess up the color. This is a pretty color, right? Yes. I bought it to go with this. This is also impeccable yarn. It is in the color of lavender. It is also a 4-weight, 100% acrylic yarn. However, this lavender look a little bit bigger than the impeccable. But if I'm not mistaken, it says the same thing. And it does. So I'm not going to read that because I've already told you that. Okay, get that out the way. And I got a bigger bag. More stuff. More yarn. I had bought the impeccable yarns that I'm using for my bag also in there. Then I got one of these. This is Loops and Threads impeccable yarn. It is 160 yards, 3 ounces, 146 meters, 85 grams. It is in the colorway of Hot Sunshine. Speckle. It's a speckle yarn. 4 medium weight, 5mm needle, knitting needle, and 5mm hook. Pretty. This is the color of Butter. Butter. Yeah, it is a 4-weight yarn also, but it asks you to use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook and a set of 5.5 knit needles if you're going to knit something with this or make something with it. It is also 100% acrylic, and it is 354 yards, 7 ounces, 324 meters, 198 grams. Yes. Then I bought this in the color wine. It is also Loosened Threads, soft classic. Same measurements and weight as the others. I have another one here. This one is light coral. I'm gonna have to go back and get the dark coral because I see something pretty with this and maybe some white. I don't know, I might put a little yellow in there. I don't want to overdo it with the bright colors. And then I have this one. It is the same measurements and weight as the others. This size. The color is bright red. So yeah. I bought all of these yarns. I see some ponchos in my future. I like a good poncho. You like a good poncho? Yeah. Good old poncho. This one here and that other. Yeah, this one and that green. And I got some light pink. And I'm going to use that in maybe a baby blanket or something. I'll figure it out. This. Yep. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some things with some colors. It all works out for the good. Yeah. Okay, so with that, then I have all of this stuff. See it? Yeah. Let me tilt you up a little bit. Maybe move you over. Yeah. So I made all this stuff. Just like in the last video, I made a bunch of stuff and I was showing it to you. I'm going to do it again. So, where do I start? Well, I guess I can start with this. It is a miniature bag, a little carry-on for your little makeup, your little wallet, well, shoulder bag. Or you can put a small project in here, a couple of small projects, and a couple of pieces of yarn. It has a pocket, which I'm trying to debate on whether I want to put a button on it or if I want to put a zipper. It has a drawstring. I put some shells on the end of the drawstring. Something decorative. I made a little catch. Uh-oh. Oh, it's tied. Gotta untie it first. I'm always doing something, you know. Yeah. Pull that loose. And then you can open the bag. And this is the size of the bag. It's small. That other one gonna be bigger. Now, the video that I was doing with the cotton yarn is gonna be one of these. But I used V-stitches in this one. In the one that I used for the cotton yarn, it has the shell stitch, the simple shell stitch. That's such a pretty bag. I'm not finished with it yet, so I'm not going to show it. But, yeah. And I made the tie. Now, the little strap is made with mile a minute. And I just made one long strip, long enough where I could stick my arm in here. And I took my needle, my trusty dusty, and I sewed the strap on. It's cute. Yes, I'm going to line it. I just was showing it. It was an idea, you know. Okay. Then there is this bag. I think I showed this one before too. It is a over the shoulder bag. It too has not been lined. Okay. It goes over the shoulder. You can put your laptop in here, or your iPad, or some books, paper, you know, in here. It has a button clasp. And when you dig inside, there's a billfold. Yeah, billfold. You can put that, you can put some, it also does not have a zipper or a button, but I put 2 buttons on here to keep this closed. So if something that you put in here is taller than the bag itself, you can put it up on the top button, like so. And if I put that in the wrong place. If you want it to be snug, you can put it in the bottom one, on the bottom button, like that. I was thinking about putting a zipper on it, but if whatever you put in it is taller than the bag, then it don't make sense to have a zipper on it. Plus the fact with the closure, I don't think people gonna be trying to go in your bag. You'll be able to feel it, you know. Yeah, that was that. Then I made this. I didn't finish it though. It's finished. I just got to weave in my ends. But this is a shawl. Wrong side. It's a shawl. And I did the overlay stitch. And these are little clusters in the diamond shape form. And I just did the overlay stitch to close in the gaps between the diamonds so you can see it. That's what it looks like on, or you can wear it, you know. Like that. I'll fold that up later. I attempted to make a little back out by these. It's cute. I don't know what the name of that stitch is. It's 3 double crochets in a cluster, but 3 double crochets are in different stitches, and they start in the same stitch that you ended the last double crochet in. So it kind of like, it's like a little running stitch or a train or something like the Trinity stitch. And then between those I put single crochets. Then by this part, the cup part is single crochet, and it has strings, and it ties up in the back. However, I'm not wearing this outside. I don't want no wardrobe malfunctions, you know. But it was an idea. Then there is this bag, which I did my little short on. It is also a shoulder bag. Put over, yeah, like that. And I took time and lined it. I have to get fabric for those other bags. And I lined the strap also. And the strap was also done with my aluminum, but this was the one with the circles, the interlocking circles. I found it so cute when I put it together like that. It's made of 3 granny squares. And the granny squares are in spike stitch form. So they look nice together. And I started on a baby blanket. Should I say I made a baby blanket? I should have did this in the daytime, but I guess you can see it. The baby blanket, which is not finished. I thought I finished it. But anyway, the baby blanket has a flower motif in the middle, and it is done with a multiple of different stitches. And I did the Celtic cross stitch there, watching Bonnie Bay crochet. She was doing her thing, child, and I was like, oh, I can do that. Let me try and do that. And I started doing it, and I went all the way around, but started dozing off and ran out of yarn, so I didn't finish it. But I like this. I also have some crisscross stitches and some puff stitches on here. Something just to make it decorative. You know, I'm a purple fan. I had to find something to do with all that purple I had. I wish I had enough to finish it, but anyway, moving on. Then I have this poncho here. Poncho. It is made with the granny stitch and double crochet mesh to stripe. Show you what this look like on. I think I'm gonna be making some more of these. I really like this. I really like this poncho. It's really pretty. I was watching a lady. I want to say Maria, it's Maria something, but I can't remember her. She's on YouTube as well. And I saw her make this, and I decided I'm gonna make me one too. So I'll probably be doing a tutorial on that later on in the summer. It is very light and airy. I made this with a DK weight yarn, so it's not heavy at all. Then there's this one, which this is also a poncho. You can wear this one with your blue jeans and a little white beater or a tee, something like that. It has flowers. That's one of the flowers I like to do. It was simple and easy. But you can use other flowers in this as well. I just like this one in particular. The red and the black. Okay. It has V-stitches in it. It has puff stitches in it. It has crisscross stitches in it, double crochets, single crochets, half double crochets. Yeah. I was doing it. Here's another poncho I saw. I forget the name of this poncho. It was a lady on YouTube Hers was white and pink and purple. And I think that's the reason why I got them the pink and the purple one. Well, the lavender and the fern and the purple, and I got some extra white. I was going to make a poncho like that. This one I did with a size J hook, and it is huge. I didn't intend for it to be this big, but I like it. I was trying to get rid of all that extra yarn I had because I didn't want to throw any more yarn out. It's made in double crochet, and it's made with 4 panels. You take the 4 panels and you sew them together, the diamond pattern in the front, and you make the square patterns on the side. And for the edging, I did the scallop stitch. Yes, I will be doing a tutorial on that. And there's this baby here. This is a Luana. However, I didn't make it wide enough. So we're just going to call it like a little elongated shawl, scarf thingy, like that. It has the flowers on the bottom. I saw a lot of Luanas being made, but I hadn't seen any that had flowers on the bottom. So I put flowers on the bottom of mine. This is made with the alternate open shell stitch and puff stitch. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah. And then I put picots all around the outside, all around from the base to the front. This was fun to do. I like doing this. I'll probably do another one. Probably be in a different stitch, but yeah. I'll do that. And we gotta do another first. This is my scrap shoulder bag. Scrap. And it too has a little pouch. Goes on the inside. That I haven't finished, but I'm showing it anyway. I don't care if it's finished or not. It's good. It look good. That a while back, I don't know, I want to say 6, 7 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, Jada Stitches did the bean stitch beanie, and I tried to copy her. I used 2 different kinds of yarn, and I used a size J hook. This thing was way too big for my head, but after I stitched in the ends, I couldn't take it down because I couldn't remember where I stitched the ends in at, so I just left it. And then there is this. I know, it's loud, but it's dark. Anyway. It smells so good. Okay, so this is a granny stitch vest, dust vest. There's all of it in that thing, yeah. And I made it with red iron yarn and black coffee, hunter green, claret, pumpkin. Is this pumpkin? Tangerine. Yeah, tangerine. And I want to put some pockets on it because I'm a pocket fanatic. I love pockets. I'll probably find the yarn and make some pockets to it. If it was daylight, you probably could see it better, but this is me. will be. I can make this in any, you can make these in any color you wish. My butt experimenting with different colors. And this is my favorite shawl. My favorite shawl. I'm gonna get it right. The Valentine shawl. The hearts. I love the hearts. I also love the stars, but as I was saying in my other video, I had also made the skull shawl, and I made the skull shawl, the spider shawl, what was that other one? Yeah, the skull shawl, the spider shawl, and the one with the, oh my goodness, pineapples. The pineapple shawl, I made it. But I threw all of those away, and I threw away 2 ponchos I had. A Mandela poncho, and it was another kind of poncho I had. The Barris poncho. Yeah. I need to look in things before I throw them away, but I didn't look in it. So, anyway, I wanted this shawl long, so I did 21 hearts across. It's 21 hearts across. And down. And I was trying to make a Jamaican hat. It's one of those that slouch, you know, the slouchy beanie Jamaican hat. But I used the wrong color for the gold. I used the dark gold instead of the light one. And I made a hoodie shawl to go with it. But like I said, I used the wrong gold. But it looks festive enough, I guess I can wear it. Huh? What you think? Yeah. I was a crocheting fool when I didn't have nothing to do. I still ain't got nothing to do. Anyway. Yeah. So that was that. And then I made this. It's a cardigan. This is the puff stitch cardigan. Now I made this cardigan watching Andrew Crochet. She had made one. But hers has the curly cues all down the front and around the sleeves and over the hood and at the bottom. I started curling and twirling and twirling and I got tired. I took that stuff out and put some picos at the bottom instead. And I want some pockets. So if I could like open the slit here and put another puff on the inside, I could make me some pockets. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Anyway, I used every color I had, child. I don't care what it was. Variegated, solid, striped. I used everything. You do stuff like that when you're bored. Just make stuff. This is a dress. I'm not gonna put this thing on because it's too short. I got it elongated. I was watching Bag O' Day Crochet, and she was making her husband, or she had made her husband, a summer shirt. And I used the pattern that she used for the summer shirt in this dress. It's got sleeves. Well, it don't have sleeves, but it's sleeve. And then it had a split, but I closed it up. I didn't like the split. When you're a big person and you make something with a split in it, need I say more? Anyway, moving on. It's another cardigan. This is my sunburst square. I think I got two of these. I got a black one too. But when I made that one, I was like, oh, I got to make another one. And I made this one. And it is a little big on me because I've lost some weight. But anyway, the other one, it was sealed up. This one, the squares are outlined, if you can see that. Because I joined them through the back instead of both loops, like I did the black one. It has colors down the back. Yeah, colors down the back. To match the colors that's on the inside. That was made with the clay, the mango. I forget the name of it. I forget the name of it. But anyway, yeah. Then, of course, y'all know this one. I shouldn't even have to. I'm not going to put this on. But this will probably be the last cardigan I make on YouTube when I make this one on YouTube. Following Jada and Stitches. This was my first attempt at the Granny Square heart, the hearted Granny Square. Then I made a swirl headband. Yeah, it goes around the head. The young lady who I made this for, me and her mother don't get along no more. So, she didn't get that. I had made one that had a big rose in it. And she said she wanted one. She wanted it red and black, but she didn't want the big rose. So I said, well, you want me to put a small rose? She said, no, how about no rose? Just put a different design. So that's what made me make this. And she had the scarf to it too. And her mother wanted me to make the Santa Claus pillow. And I made the Santa Claus pillow for her. She was supposed to came and get it. The day she was supposed to come and get it, we got into an argument. And I got real angry with her and I said some stuff. And that young lady probably was looking at me like, I didn't know you had that in you. I thought you was nice. I am nice until you step on the wrong foot on the right day. And I kick you with it. Anyway. I'm nice. I'm gonna stay nice. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if anything else over here. Oh, yeah. Then there are the blankets. I don't know how much time I got. They scrap blankets though. Scrap blankets. I'm not gonna take them apart because I don't want to have to refold them. I already got to refold that other stuff. But anyway, I was doing I think it's like the log cabin or something like that. I did the log cabin. The big one. And it came out nice. This is like a bunch of yarn that I didn't wanna, that I had. To me it was scrap yarn, but it don't look scrap because the stripes are so big. But you know how you have just too much yarn, you just want to get rid of it. I started working on it and it got really big. Then this was also supposed to be scrap yarn. This was the very first scrap blanket that I made. It's very big. And I was crazy about this blanket when I first made it. But when I made my African Violet blanket, this had to take a back seat. I'm going to have y'all hold on and I'm going to go and get that so I can show it to you. Okay. This was my baby right here. I loved this blanket. My granddaughter saw this blanket and she was like, "Oh, Grandma, could you make me one of them? I love them flowers." So I said, "Yeah, I can make you one." She wanted hers in black though. So I made it for her in black. I took my own sweet time making that thing for her. It took me, I want to say 2 weeks to make the blanket all the way the way it's supposed to be made. And then I made this blanket. There's another big one. This one huge. I'm not gonna, yes I am. If I want you to see it, I'm gonna have to open it for you. I was watching Jaden Stitches. Jaden Stitches here on YouTube. A lot of you might know her. But she was sitting up making granny squares with the double-stranded squares. And I just started making double-stranded squares because we was in quarantine during the pandemic, which I used up all of my yarn on this. All of it. I didn't have none when I finished. I didn't even have a ball. This thing is humongous. Yeah, but anyhow. Yeah, I made up a whole bunch of squares and I just went to Joann's and bought some Caron yarn. It was a cotton yarn. It was, what is it? White, opaque, and gray and brown. And I used that to sew all of them together. And child, I was a tired soldier after I made that thing. I took time and finished it. Sewed in all my ends and everything. Yeah. So that is, now I got another one, another blanket, but I'm not going to take it out because it's definitely not finished. It was the one I was telling you about, was for the granny squares. For those that have been here before, y'all saw the video where I was talking about. I made it with the granny squares and I used the amethyst colored background. I didn't finish it, so I'm not going to show it. But you get the gist. If I made that, you know I'd put it together. And I got a king size bed, so I have to cover my bed, and it definitely covered the bed. So, yeah. So that's my show and tell for today. Probably for this whole week. I think I got some other stuff, but I'm not gonna look through and try to find it. I got to repack this stuff. That's why I took it out, because I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead on and show this, and then I'm going to let them know, yeah, your girl been busy. I was a busy person. From the time my mother passed in 2015 up until now, I find something to crochet, if not every day, every week. I got a lot of stuff that I have started that I have not finished yet. And so I'm working on this bag, and I'm going to complete this bag, and then I'm going to come, well, I'm not going to complete the bag. I'm going to come back and show you how to put it together. Yeah. I also got to do the V-stitch scarf. I started on it, but I didn't complete it. I want to complete it, and then I want to come on here and do the tutorial. So for those of y'all who are like, well, what happened to the scarf? Or what happened to this? What happened to, I got you. Just, things take time. And I'm going through a lot. So, yeah. If you like this content, and I hope you did, I enjoyed bringing it to you, please hit the like button. Share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know you seen me so I can know that you was here. And with that, I'm going to tell you to stay crafty, stay creative, stay hooked up, most definitely. And I love you. Peace.